Someone when we were in high school had like trouble sleeping, and he had like a note on his fridge from his therapist that was like, here's some rules to go by, and one of them was your bed is for sleeping. Okay. 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 Welcome to Our Life in Books, where we talk about our lives, books, and everything in between. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Samantha, and we're cousins.
Yay!
Pour some tea in your favorite mug and get cozy, because this week it's all about romance.
Ooh.
My favorite genre.
Oh, God.
But first, what tea are we drinking, Elizabeth?
So this week, Samantha went and got us some Mama's apple pie from the tea cellar.
Yes.
In Cedar Falls, Iowa.
Yes, it is becoming one of our favorite tea places. This tea is so good.
It's so good.
It has black and green tea,
yes,
apple pieces, and cinnamon, and it tastes like apple pie. Mm-hmm. It's so good.
It's so tasty. Because you're not usually a big fan of sweet teas, but this isn't overly sweet.
No, it's not overwhelming.
It's the perfect amount.
Yes, exactly. So it's so good. And so you guys should check it
Tea
out.
Cellar on Main, and they do sell online.
Yes, online and in local stores. Hy-Vee is the one I know of. Mm-hmm. Probably sell them in others. But yeah, it's really good.
So tasty.
What are you reading this week?
Okay, so I started Crown of Feathers by Nicki.
You want to spell that?
Nicki Preto?
Yeah, I would say.
Paupreto.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think I told you about this a little bit. So every time someone asks my favorite mythological creature, it's always dragons.
Yeah.
But this book is about phoenixes, and I think I'm changing my mind just a little bit.
You're going to be phoenixes now?
I love them. So it's about a girl and her sister, and they're orphans. Their family was killed in the big war in their country, and all the people who could talk to animals or like communicate with animals and who could raise phoenixes and communicate with them are like being enslaved, and like they don't want them around anymore.
Why? That's mean.
Yeah. So anyway, so her and her sister are what are they called? Like phoenix riders. I think there's another name for them, but I don't remember what it is. So anyway, both her and her sister.
So the phoenixes are like huge.
Yeah. Okay. But it's really hard to find phoenix eggs, and so that's what they've been doing, is trying to find these phoenix eggs, and they finally find some and try and hatch them, and I don't want to spoil anything, but it's so good. It's so good.
It sounds good, and I saw the cover. It's so pretty.
Mm-hmm. I just love it. It's such she's just so good at building the world.
Yeah, do you think there'll be another one?
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's a series.
Ooh.
And it also just came out this week, too.
Oh, yeah, so it's a new release, too.
Yes. Let me check. Yes, it is the number one in the series.
Oh, that's exciting. Yeah. Sounds good.
So it's really good. What are you reading?
I am reading The Warrior Maiden by Melanie Dickerson.
That was way easier to say.
Right. I got this book on NetGalley, and I'm trying to read books as I get them on NetGalley and not let them build up anymore. So this is a retelling of Mulan. And I didn't really know much about it. I'm trying not to spoil it. The genre is young adult, romance, retelling, and then Christian fiction, which I did not know about going into it. I really like the character Mulan. I like that
her name's actually Mulan.
Yes, her name is actually Mulan. I think all the other characters' names are changed except for hers. And instead of a dragon sidekick, it's like a younger boy that's like her friend, but yeah, she does more action. Like there's more like action with like her body, like she gets hurt, and like there's more like gruffness, I guess, than like the Disney, which I picture in my head.
Yeah.
So I enjoy that. I enjoy like that it's like feels real. Like it feels like she's like, it explains like her climbing stuff, and like the reason why is because she was attacked, and so she's good at climbing to get away from people and that kind of stuff. I guess the two things that I'm still in the middle of it. I think I'm like halfway through it. The two things that I'm not overly obsessed with are like one, it's a Christian book. I didn't know that, first of all. So it seems like it's all about that, and it's heavily intertwined, which, I mean, if you like that, that's great. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but it seems like sometimes it takes away from the story.
Okay.
There's like no reason for it. Like sometimes they're like, oh, they're in war and they're like, oh, like praying that someone's going to be okay. I got that. But when they're like in a tree reading a Bible in the middle of war, it doesn't really make any sense to me.
Yeah.
So there's good and bad with that. And then another part that I actually didn't think of until I was talking with someone on Goodreads was that, you know, this was a Chinese story, a famous Chinese story. And then they took it and moved it into Eastern European. So it's all Eastern European characters except for her.
Oh.
Yeah. So it kind of I don't know how to feel about that because for me, it takes away a lot of the story.
Yeah.
Because
it's kind of like an uneasy feeling. Like it's just, it's not right.
Yeah. And so those are my only two things. I'm trying to get through it so that I can have like more opinion about the whole entire story. But those were the two things that kind of I was like, I'm not sure about this. I'm gonna have to finish it. I mean, I get maybe where she was coming from by like making her an outsider, and that's why she's so tough is because she doesn't fit in. But Mulan didn't fit in anyway,
right,
in the story. So I don't know why, unless all of her books are centered in Eastern European. I don't know because it's a series. She does a whole series of all the retellings.
Oh yeah, that's right.
If they're all based, like I know that she references like doing like Aladdin. Like if Aladdin's European based too, then I guess I get it. But then they all take Then it's like I don't get it. Why? So those are the only two things. But I mean, I'm getting through it. I do love Mulan. It's one of my favorite stories because I love strong female characters. So
speaking of that, part of Crown of Feathers is her disguising herself as a boy to join the Phoenix Riders because at this time, for whatever reason, they have historically, Phoenix Riders have been females. There's been males, but it's predominantly female. But now that they're just trying to come back from being suppressed by the government, it's only males. And so she disguises herself.
Oh, I love that. You should just, you led with that. Now I'm in. Now I'm like, yes, let's read this. I'm going to have to borrow
I didn't want to spoil too much. I don't know. I guess I don't know what's in the synopsis.
Yeah. And I don't think that's spoiling. I think you can give those little hints to draw people in. Like that really.
So good.
Yeah.
I want a phoenix. I want one. It can fly me to work.
I've wanted one since Harry Potter. So.
And I guess that's true. But dragons are still my favorite, but I didn't have the love for phoenixes that I have now.
Until now, yeah. So I really want to read yours. And with mine, I think if you're okay with that, with the overly Christian, there's so many different religions out there. I don't want to like marginalize. Is that the word I'm thinking of?
Sure.
Sorry if I'm not using it correctly. I don't want to like put people in a box or like whatever.
Right.
So I just wanted to warn them.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't exactly know that going in. So
for a while I didn't mind it, and then some things were interfering with the storyline and not believable. And that's when I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. Why is this so heavily toned?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I enjoy the her as a character. There's just some flaws with the book.
All right.
New releases this week. One is Crown of Feathers.
Yes.
Which I am going to go check out now. I swear, this is going to cost me so much money hanging out with you all the time because I went and bought The Dreamers. I bought another book that you requested. I'm just like, okay, so what books do I need to buy this week?
Okay, so another new release this week is The Beast's Heart.
Oh, and I also want to point out to the listeners that Elizabeth does a weekly new release on her blog.
I do.
So I get an email, and it's really nice because then I don't have to do any research. I'm like, oh, Elizabeth found them all for me, so you guys should go check it out.
And it's not comprehensive by any means.
No,
but
it's just a list. When you do it so nicely that it's like super simple to see, I really like all these. I'm going to check them out. That kind of thing. Yeah, I try. I mean, sometimes they're really hard to find the ones that are coming out. Weeks. Because
my God,
things change so fast in the book world.
Well, and some of them are very confusing. So, The Beast's Heart by Leife Shallcross.
Okay.
This is the release date for it, but it's for the paperback. Apparently, it's already come out.
Oh.
But I have it on NetGalley, so I'll be reading this soon too. This is actually my romance pick for the month.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it sounded familiar.
But I was really confused when I was looking this up because it's the paperback release. But I think it's the U.S. release too. Oh. I think it was released in the UK maybe previously.
Yeah, and that can get confusing too because our release date could be completely different from someone else's.
Yeah. So that one's coming out. It's a retelling of Beauty and the Beast.
Are you going to go into it later?
Yeah.
I guess we should probably talk about the ones we're going to read.
Probably.
Okay, let's go into it later because I have questions.
Because I haven't read the synopsis for a while. So.
Yeah, and I also have questions. I know we talked about it previously. So I don't know.
So were there any new releases on the list that you wanted to talk about? Before I just like railroad it and talk about all of them.
You can just go railroad it because I'll have questions. I can't remember off the top of my head what they were.
So another one I'm really excited about, even though I haven't read the synopsis in a while, like you guys are just gonna have to check these out on your own.
Yeah, that's fine. We can link. How about we instead of like we can just link your all the Goodreads and we can link your blog post because it's really nice. I like the way you lay it out. It's just simple.
The Black Coats. It's by Colleen Oakes. It looks really good. It's a YA contemporary. But I thought it looked really good, and we're actually featuring this one for Booksparks.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm doing the Booksparks
I didn't
YA
know that. That's cool.
Winter
You didn't tell me
reading challenge.
You did that. Yeah, nice. Congrats.
I think I did tell you because Gilded Wolves was the first one.
Did you do Gilded Wolves?
Yeah. I didn't read it.
For some reason, I didn't think you got YA.
I posted it. Yeah, I got the YA one.
Oh, you did? Mm-hmm. Did you get the other one as well? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought it would switch and you got the adult one and not the YA.
No,
okay.
Yep.
Back on track.
So, Black Coats is our next one. They had some kind of hold up as far as shipping goes, so we haven't gotten our copy yet. Oh. But it's coming soon.
I like the cover. I remember that
I know,
one.
It's so pretty. But I thought it looked really good. Let's see. What else? The Psychology of Time Travel by Kate Mascarenhas.
Oh, that's a last name.
So this one is like an alternate history. It goes back and says like, what if women created a time machine? Like
just women?
In 1967. I think it was like, what is it based on? Women inventing something else. And then they're like, what if they invented a time travel machine instead of that?
Oh, cool.
So I thought it sounded really good. Like, I love time travel stories. I love how bendy and twisty they are.
Yeah.
So I thought that one sounded really good. 1967 is when it's set. So I know historical fiction isn't your favorite, but
I'm working on it, guys. Did you see that Gilded Wolves is kind of tagged as historical fiction? Yeah. So I'm like, hey, guys, it's seeping in. It's seeping in. Another thing about all these new releases, I really like all the covers. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at them right now. I'm like, so pretty. Bloodwitch, is that the new one that's coming out?
Yeah, so that's number 3 in the Witchland series.
And you got a box?
Yeah, Tortine. Sometimes I wonder how these people get my address. But I came home one day.
I figured it out. I know. It's those cards you left at BookCon.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Elizabeth left. She has business cards, and she left them on the table sporadically. And I think this is how they're contacting her.
I have no idea, but so I got home one day, and there's a box sitting there, and it's got the Bloodwitch stuff on the outside because they always do the outside of the box is so pretty. And I was like, was not expecting this. This is cool. But yeah, it had some swag for the books, and it had Bloodwitch in it. But I actually already had the first 2 from Book Outlet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have not read them yet, but Hannah said she read the first couple books and really liked them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think I have the first one. I didn't get the second one yet because I want all the same.
I want the... It's like 2.5. It's Sight Witch.
Oh.
And they have the hardcover on Book Outlet right now.
Tell me this.
I know, right? I want it. I want it so bad. I need to have the complete set.
Yes, and they all have to be hardcover.
Yes, so that one is out this week. And then the other one I wanted to mention is called The Hunting Party.
Ooh.
It's a thriller, mystery, whatever. So it says, during Christmas break, a group of 30-somethings who went to college together decide to go out to a cabin and just like have this little retreat, get like catch up and get to know each other and blah, blah, blah again. And by the end of it, one of them is dead. And one of the other ones did it.
What? So, hey, I found my Christmas book this year.
Yes.
I'm serious. This one's so good.
Right?
And it's not it's Christmas, but not Christmas.
It happens at Christmas?
Yeah. There you go. Merry Chrysler.
Oh my God. So yeah, those are the new releases this week.
Good new releases.
Sorry, we don't have a lot of information on them.
No, we haven't read them. We can only tell as much as everyone else knows about
exactly. But definitely go check them out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Kindle Unlimited book that I wanted to shout out this week was the Hunger Games trilogy is all on
there?
Kindle Unlimited right now.
My God.
Yeah. So I was like, I need to reread the books because, I watch the movie so much that I forget that there's more detail missing from the books. And I remember crying on the third one when, I don't want to spoil it. Someone dies, and I remember being very, very, very upset.
Same.
So
there's a couple someones that die that is very upsetting.
Yes. So yeah, that is on Kindle Unlimited. You should go check it out. What book is on Prime Reading this week?
Shatter Me, which is the first book in the Shatter Me series by Tahir Mafi.
Yes, I love her. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
I need to read that.
The fourth book
is coming out because I saw some people promoting they're going to do
already be out.
Oh, I saw
book 4, Restore Me. Let me look real quick.
Book
March 6th. I'm sorry. We're a month out from number 4, but number 1 is free right now on Prime Reading, so you can get started.
Yeah,
and
definitely. I just saw that not Spawn. The Bookish box is doing a Shatter Me pre-order box. That's why I thought it was already. That's
Restore Me.
Yeah,
that's number 4.
What did I say?
Shatter Me.
She called it Shatter Me pre-order box.
It's that's the name of the series.
I think she's calling it Shatter Me, and it's all of there's going to be items for each of the books.
Okay, and I didn't check.
I'm not sponsored. I just saw an email.
I don't think the other books in the series are on Prime Reading. I think it's just Shatter Me. I didn't check,
but it's still nice to be able to get into it, and then you can go to like your Overdrive app,
and then
or
you can
the
decide
library.
if you like it too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's for you,
and it's on book. It's on Book Outlet.
Pretty sure
they're on Book Outlet, so I know that.
Romance-y series too. What fits with our theme?
I have the first one.
I have all of them.
You do?
That are out.
I thought I did, and I went to go read it, and I couldn't find the first because
the covers are so
pretty. She's just a cool human being. I remember she was one of the people that impacted me.
Yes,
during the panels, and her just the way she speaks and the way she talks about like her life. Like I
really want to read her new book too. It's called A Very Large Expanse of Sea. And it's fiction, but she draws a lot from her experience growing up.
Yeah.
It just sounds so good. And she's also, little fact, she's married to Ransom Riggs.
Yeah. And
they're just of Peculiars.
Yeah.
The Peculiars series.
And they're so cute together. I love it.
They're adorable. All right. Free books?
Yes. So I can't remember who emailed me this. It said that, it's about vampires. And it said if you like, I can't remember. Good talk, Samantha.
Oh my goodness.
My brain is off.
I feel like this episode is, I can't remember.
But it's called The Vampire Hunter's Daughter by Jennifer Malone Wright. It's a complete collection that's for free right now.
Really?
Yes. I think it's free only for a couple more days. So I grabbed it.
Had you heard of it before?
No, but I went to Goodreads and it had a really good review. So I was like, okay.
Awesome.
3.68. I mean, that's good for Goodreads.
Yeah, heck yeah.
And it's about like this 14-year-old who witnesses her mother's murder, and the vampire kidnaps her.
Ooh.
And yeah, it sounds really good. And I was like, the complete series is free on Amazon, Apple Books, Barnes & Noble, and Kobo.
I've heard of Kobo. I cannot think of what it is right now, but I know I've heard of it.
But I just want to put...
I think it might be similar to Overdrive.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. So yeah, I saw that and I was like, that's perfect. I had another one, but it expired and I didn't want to get everyone's hopes up. So that is the one that I picked.
Awesome.
Well, mailbag, I have nothing. I didn't get anything in the mail. I tried Prime Pantry for the first time and I really liked it. That's all I got in the mail this week.
Well, that's exciting.
I ordered a lot. I didn't order a lot of things.
As far as adult things go, that's exciting.
Yeah. What'd you get? The thing I'm so jealous about.
Yeah. So I pre-ordered Courting Darkness, and I got the pre-order swag. Samantha really wants the enamel pin.
I missed out on the enamel pin. There's only so many, and I missed out, and so I'm pouting over here.
So it's like a sword, and it's got the scroll ribbon kind of thing around it, and it says, "You will be the death of me."
And the cover's so cool.
It is. And then it came with a little notebook too, with the little stretchy band thing and a little ribbon to hold your spot, some stickers, a bookmark, and a tattoo.
Yeah.
It was quite a bit of pre-order swag.
Exactly.
I really like the little notebook.
Huge.
I love little notebooks.
I know, it's so cute, but you're never going to use it.
Yeah, so the book, I think I talked about it last week that I was starting it.
Yeah.
And I haven't gone back to it because I realized I had to read Crown of Feathers before it expired. So I will be going back to that.
Well, still, it's a cool pre-order swag. I love when people include like bits that are like gonna be related, and I also love enamel pins.
I do too. I need, you know what I need to do is like get all of mine together because I have them in like different little hoards throughout.
I know we talked about that. We really need to do that. I had like set mine, but you can't like. You need to get it. We need to get displays.
Yeah. 100%.
Exactly. So, do you want to talk about your little dog man thing first?
Yeah, Book World News.
Yes.
So I don't remember where I ended up seeing it. Well, I follow the author of Dog Man on Instagram, Dave Pilkey, because me and the kids go through it, I don't know, like 3 times a week. We have to go see all the things that he's posted for the week. And he posted and said that they're making a Dogman musical.
Oh my
Which is so cool. And it's going to be like on Off-Broadway.
Okay.
I don't know a lot of details, but I was like, I mean, shoot, if it comes around here, we have to go.
Yeah, that would be so cute.
The boys are obsessed with Dogman. And now they're finally getting into Captain Underpants and reading them because we found them the color illustrated
the colored ones. Yeah.
Because I don't remember if I talked about that last week on here.
No.
No. But Raylan has been reading Captain Underpants, and my brother used to read them. So last time we went home, my mom gave him the stack of Daniel's old Captain Underpants books, and he went to read them, and he was like, "This is in black and white," and I was like, "Okay, so well, the other ones are in color. Like, you can read in black and white. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like all books are in black and white. This one just happens to have pictures in it."
Yeah.
So anyway, we found the colored ones at Target.
We need to find the rest because we couldn't find certain ones. So we're going to have to keep an eye out.
Because we have 1 and 2 and like 3 and 4 weren't there, but they had through 12, I think.
Yeah.
So I told him he needs to ask for it for his birthday.
He does.
So yeah, that's really exciting. Dogman the musical.
Oh, that'll be cute. I want to go. Because we met Dogman.
We did. I took pictures with him. I
took videos of him.
The only grown-up standing there taking pictures with Dogman. It was for my children.
I took a video of Dogman walking up. And I was like, oh my gosh, we're weird. We also want to say that... I think last podcast we talked about it, but the cover reveal of Kendara Blake's new book.
Yes.
Was
book
shown first.
number 4.
They teased us, and they made all of us go crazy.
So I put the follow notifications on for them, and I still have them on. But all day, I was like, oh my God, just get to it. Just show the cover.
Mm-hmm. And so first, like, I'm trying to pull it up really quick.
It's for the 4th book in the 3 Dark Crowns series.
Yes. And we were just talking. So they first, Epic Reads posted it and said 3 Dark Crowns, the final book. And an F, 3 spaces, D space RK, and then 3 spaces E space. So all of us were like trying to guess it.
Yeah, like,
and it was,
what is this title going to be?
Yeah. And it ended up being 5 Dark Fates. It's so cool.
When someone guessed Fates, I was like, oh my God, that's it.
Perfect.
And if it's not it, I want it to be that.
Exactly.
So.
And you were saying that, like, it's cool because all of the numbers don't match in
the order of
the books. Yeah.
Because the first book is called 3 Dark Crowns.
Yep.
Number 2 is called 1 Dark Throne.
Yep.
Number 3 is 2 Dark Reigns. Mm-hmm. And number 4 is 5 Dark Fates. None of them match, and it's perfect.
Yes, I love it. It's so Kendara Blake.
Yeah. Well, because everyone was guessing 4 because that's what you would assume, right?
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, but it can't be 4 because she doesn't do it in order.
Yeah, she doesn't want to do it in order.
So I'm really excited.
That's so, yeah, it's so pretty.
So we've talked about how we want to do a Grisha month.
Yeah.
I think we should do a 3 Dark Crowns month too.
I do too.
When the 4th one comes out, and then we can just binge them.
Yes, and we can reread all of them. Because I haven't finished them yet.
You haven't finished the 2nd one?
No.
I finished the 2nd one. I haven't read the 3rd one yet.
Okay.
I didn't even start it, and I haven't read any of the prequels yet either because I was
same.
I just want to get in that mood and just read all of them.
Exactly, same. Well, I wanted to bring up something that I read a couple days ago on Facebook, on one of our Facebook groups, and I honestly had never heard of it. So I was like writing down all this, like all the comments of the girls were saying and guys were saying. It's called Bookstagram Shadowban.
Yes. So I've actually heard about this before.
Okay. And you didn't tell me.
Well, it's one of those things that comes up in the community every once in a while.
And then it kind of fades.
Yeah.
So, like, I was writing down, like, things, like, so what is a shadowban? Can you explain it better than I can?
So, I don't know if anyone really knows why Instagram does it, but it has to do with the algorithm.
And also has to do with, like, spamming, trying to hide spam.
Yeah, certain things that you do, and they will... not show your post.
Yes.
So like if you use a hashtag all the time, if you use the exact same hashtag every single post, like Bookstagram or something, and they flag that hashtag as a spam one or something, because they do have certain hashtags that
I found the list.
Because like books is on there.
Yep,
I'm pretty sure.
I didn't know that, so I removed that. So it's romance.
So if you have one of those banned hashtags, none of your posts will show in any of your hashtags.
Exactly.
Which is so frustrating. How are you supposed to know that? First of all.
Well, there's like a couple things now that you can check. So like what I was looking at is there is a list. There is a confirmed list that people have figured out. And they were saying that like if you go to type in a hashtag and it doesn't show up, or if it's like really like I know it was like Woman Crush Wednesday or whatever was one of them. Like I was trying to like remember some of them. Yeah. One was books, one was romance.
It's when they get really saturated. Because here's the thing. Like I remember way back when I first started Bookstagram, and I don't remember what the hashtag was, but if you would search it, you would scroll through and like half the posts were porn.
Really?
Yeah. Because they take popular
and
hashtags.
Then do that. Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's maybe
what they're trying to do. Yeah. So like what I would say with your hashtags is keep them unique and don't repeat. Like I stopped repeating them. Yep. I don't use the same one at all.
The only one that I use the same on every post is
your own.
Yeah.
See, I even stopped doing that. And there was a couple other things that people were saying in the group that like really were like crazy. So I wanted to write them down. Like one was hashtags. There is a website. If I can find it, I'll post it below. But there is a website of the list of them. And you can also you can also like sign up to check on this other website. You can sign up for free and check your latest 3 posts to see if there's any hashtags that you've used.
Okay.
And it'll tell you if it's good. But if you want to like see all of them you've ever done, you have to pay. So I can try to find those.
Do you remember that app that I told you about? It's called Preview, and you can set up your posts or whatever. I'm pretty sure the same people that made that is another place that you can check the hashtags. Okay, because that's how I first found out about Preview, is because I was looking through the hashtags.
Oh, okay. We'll have to find that stuff and we'll link it down in the description. I'm gonna have to use it first of all. Another thing that one of the users said was editing a post right after you post it.
Really?
Don't do that. She said that she noticed that if she'd edit it and then save it, that it wouldn't go out as far, because maybe like people are spamming, like re-editing and adding different tags, hashtags. So like within the first hour of you posting something, don't like edit it.
So if you make a mistake, you have to wait.
Yes,
that's gonna make me crazy.
But she said that you'll see the difference. Really? So I'm testing it because I used to go in and edit it and like tag some people and like add extra hashtags that I thought of, but now I'm not going to. People said engagement, like constantly comment and like your post and like constantly be engaged, because basically accounts that are like not like that are spam accounts don't do that. They don't comment. They don't like. Active. They're not active. So be active. People said that like respond to comments within the hour that they're written.
Oh, that's my hardest one.
Yeah, and they said that like if you don't, then people like it's just something with the algorithm. Change up your hashtags. Yep. And then someone put, "Is it all a rumor? Does this even work?"
I know the shadow banning, as far as like certain hashtags, is not. I mean,
yeah,
like, that's
I know that's a real thing. But the rest of it, people were just like, "This is what I've tried," and then someone was like, "Just have fun," and I was like, "Ha ha ha ha! No one can just have fun."
Here's another tip that I found out too back when I first heard about all this. I was doing all my hashtags and then putting them in a comment after I made the post, but people were saying that's another thing that can get you shadow banned or something. So now I'm putting all the hashtags in the actual text.
Yes, I do that too. I like leave a couple spaces and then I do the hashtags.
Which I didn't. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
I mean, why would that make a difference?
Well, and also like I'm afraid to use anything that's like generic. I don't anymore. I just use like,
if you type in a hashtag, you can see how many posts there've been, and so I was trying like, I don't know, because like Bookstagram now, there's over 28 million posts with that hashtag.
Oh, another thing you can do is when you hashtag something, if you want to go through and click your hashtags and go to that hashtag and see if you can see the recent. Oh, and if you can't see it, that means you're shadow banned.
Oh.
So do that too. So if you're unsure about it, if you want to test it and you think like, oh, like I want to see if like this will show up, you click on it, and if it goes to that popular page and you don't see it on recents, then you're shadow banned and you need to
that means nobody can see it.
Exactly. Only your
any
followers.
Of your hashtags.
Only your followers can see your stuff.
I heard it was nobody.
Oh, really? I heard it was followers and not outside of it.
Really?
Because your followers aren't going to be shadow banned from your posts. I mean, they're your followers. They can go to your thing. It might not show up in their feed.
Right. Oh, I see what you mean.
But it's it might not show up in their feed, but they can still see your post if they go to your thing. But
right, if they go to but like if they search a hashtag, it's never going to come up.
Nope. That's insane, though.
Yeah, it is.
It's just so crazy. Like, I get it, but then it's also like communication. People like let us know. But I guess like how can they do that?
Instagram is going to be so hard to use.
Yeah, and especially since now you can't sort by date, which just drives me crazy. I was just saying today, I was like, Elizabeth, I really like the tea picture you posted, and she's like, I didn't post a tea picture, and I was like, I hate this algorithm, right? Because I'm like,
it was last Tuesday.
Yeah, I was like, and I was just saying that was the first thing that I popped up. Like when I opened my Instagram, that was the picture that showed up.
Well, and then that's another thing I noticed. So if I go through and like someone's photos, like I go to their page and like some of their photos, then when I go back to my timeline or feed or whatever, that's all I see is their stuff, and it's all old stuff. It's all stuff I hadn't seen before or something. And it's like, okay, that's great. Like I do want to see their stuff more, but you don't have to show me all of it right now, and it doesn't have to be all old stuff.
Yeah.
Like show me their stuff going forward.
Exactly. And my thing is like, come on, Instagram, like it's not that hard to give us an option. Hey, do you want what we think you want, or do you want to switch over to like what's posted recently?
Yeah, the timeline.
I would gladly go back and forth. I would go back and forth all the time. I would use both ways, but give me the option. Like you drive me crazy.
Yeah, because some of it isn't relevant. It's not stuff I want to see.
No.
And it's stuff that I've already seen, and that's another thing that I've noticed too is like if your post has more than one picture, or someone's post, as you're scrolling through the feed, you'll see the first one, and maybe you scrolled past it or liked it or whatever. Later, it's going to show you it again, but with the second picture.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Like I've already seen this. Yeah. I've already liked it. Why are you showing it to me again? I don't know.
There's still some
weird.
issues.
Like,
it's frustrating.
I don't know. Like I like it as a person who's posting things, because that means the second picture is going to get seen. But at the same time, I feel like if someone wanted to look, they would have already looked.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So there's some things about Instagram but I had no idea about any of this. Like it was that in depth, and that people were like concerned about it. So I was like, I'm going to talk about this because I had no idea. And now I'm definitely going to watch, like, because I literally 2 posts ago I used #romance, and I clicked on it, and I was shadowban, and I was like, son of a
right, because that means none of your hashtags on that post work.
Nope,
not just that one.
Nope. So I went and deleted it, and so now hopefully they'll work. But it's frustrating. It
is. Well,
what am I supposed to do?
I used to like have a
step one. I remember.
Yeah, I used to have a saved thing on my phone and just all the same hashtags every single time. And then I found out about this, and I was like, cool.
How many of those are shadowban? Like that's insane to me. It's so frustrating.
It is very frustrating.
I did find this cool switch subjects, something lighter, and I'm not angry about. I found this cute little Book Riot post about 50 states of YA, and each state, it's like what, like they mention your state in the YA book.
What?
Yeah. So like Alabama is This Is Where It Ends by Marquis. I can never say it. Ninkamp. I can't remember how to say her last name.
Yeah, sorry, I am no help.
So like, yeah, so you go to like each
really
book,
cool.
and it's like the Girl in Pieces. My mom just got done reading this for our January Our Life in Books reading challenge.
Oh, that's right.
And it's by Kathleen Glasgow, and it's in Arizona. So like, cool. I really just think that's cool.
Ours is The Chaos of Now.
I've been
scroll down, does it
that.
show me the author? I don't know the author. I have this book.
You do? I was gonna say, it looks familiar.
I think it was a TLC tour for this.
Why aren't these in
Erin
order?
Jade Lang.
Where's this at?
Is the author of The Chaos of Now.
The Chaos of Now.
The Bells is Louisiana's. I loved The Bells.
Oh, you did love The
Donnell
Bells.
Clayton. Oh my gosh. So on NetGalley.
Okay.
I think I told you I'm auto-approved for the Disney books or whatever.
Yes.
They had the second book in the Bells series as a wish. And so I'd been like, okay, like I really want them. Why can't you just make it available? And when we were on earlier tonight, they had it available.
Did you request it?
Yeah.
Okay,
well,
good.
I don't have to request anymore. I just hit read now and sent it to my Kindle, and I was like,
that's awesome.
I'm so freaking excited.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just thought it was really cute, and you could like be like, okay, what state am I in? Like, or if you're. So I'm sorry if the listeners are outside the United States, but yeah, I just thought it was really interesting.
Fun. Yeah.
It's a fun thing to look at.
I like it.
So you were ragey. You wanted to rage about something. I just got done raging about Shadowban.
This is not book related at all, but I feel like
it's culture. It's happening in the now.
Right,
Let's
exactly.
talk about it.
And I don't know. I like a lot of thriller, mystery kind of stuff. So Alex and I watched the Ted Bundy tapes.
Okay.
That
was on Netflix, right?
Yeah. That made me a little bit ragey.
Okay.
There's just stuff like why is this guy so charming that he can get out of prison more than once?
Yeah, that's confusing. I mean, I haven't seen him yet. I was going to watch him this weekend, but...
It's so frustrating. And the most frustrating part was there's a police officer where the news channel is interviewing him. Okay. And Ted Bundy's just escaped from prison. I'm pretty sure it's the second time. And they're interviewing this police officer like, hey, this is crazy. And he's laughing as he's talking about it. And I'm like, you realize more people are going to be killed, right? Because he escaped. And you think this is funny. What's wrong with you?
That's insane.
And it kind of looks like nervous laughter, but he's still smiling and laughing. And it's like, get yourself under control.
Or like, don't talk to the press if you can't handle yourself.
Right?
Like it, yeah. I mean, some people, so I've heard like the internet being angry about Ted Bundy and like that movie that's coming out with
Zac Efron.
Zac Efron in it. And Lily Collins, I think, is in it too.
Oh, really?
She plays his wife.
Okay.
I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure because I'm obsessed with her and I love her. And everyone's like getting really mad that they're like
portraying him as attractive.
Like, well, he was attractive, but they're like
sexualizing him. I don't know,
making him like popular. Like it's an in thing to like talk about Ted Bundy and like they're not making it as serious as it needs to be, I guess. I don't know.
I think it's serious, but I think, because I've seen a lot of people talk about, like, they shouldn't make him this attractive guy, like Zac Efron and blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, like, that's how he got all these
attractive.
Women.
Yeah.
He was attractive. He was charming. He was convincing at what he did.
Yeah. I mean, I watched the trailer of it, and the women jurors on his jury were like, I just don't think he did it.
They were interviewing women on the street, too, for this Ted Bundy tapes thing. And, like, all these women are like, I'm like, you're his next victim. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, but I did hear that they like talked with the family of people about.
Probably, I was probably too busy raging.
No, I just think I don't think they told about it, but like I think that people were upset about it. But they had like some of the victims like families okay with. I think I could be wrong, or it could be about the movie and not the Ted Bundy tapes, but.
Okay.
So yeah, they were bad.
That made me a little bit angry. So then we watched Abducted in Plain Sight.
Oh no, what is that?
On Netflix.
You know, I have to drive in the dark tonight. Okay, I'm ready.
It made me so angry.
Okay.
So it's about trigger warnings for all the things. And I'm not going to talk about them in depth, so don't worry about that here.
She's just going to scare the crap out of me.
But no, so it's about this family.
Okay.
Normal people, church going, and I'm pretty sure they were part of the Church of the Latter-day Saints, something, I don't remember.
Where is it? So anyway, is this real?
Yes.
And was it from like Florida?
I don't remember what state they were in.
Okay, continue.
Anyway, so this family, normal, 3 little girls, 2 parents, and this new family moves to town, and they've got 5 kids, and the dad of the new family has a fascination with one of the daughters, and her parents basically allow him to kidnap her twice.
Why? What?
There's so many things that lead up to what he ends up doing. They should have known. They should have done better. And granted, it was the 70s. I think it was the 70s. So, people were a lot more trusting and things were different, but I could not watch this. Like, we had to pause so many times because I was screaming at the TV.
Really?
We had to pause so many times so Alex and I could talk it out because I was so angry.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating.
Give an example. I need an example now. I'm stuck
of something that they did.
That they could have prevented that was like a warning sign.
So he told them that he was molested as a child. And so he was going to therapy about it. And part of his therapy from his therapist with a letter from the therapist was that he needed to go lay in bed with that little girl.
Are you joking me?
No. And they let him.
I would be like, get out of my house.
I looked at Alex and I was like, who would you let lay in bed with our children? In their bed. Here's the thing. Like, sure, our kids crawl into bed with Grandma and Grandpa when we're at their house.
Yeah.
That's fine. Nobody crawls into my child's bed with them.
No.
Nobody.
No.
It's weird.
That is weird.
Why would you let somebody do that?
And he has his kids of his own. If he has problems, go live with your own kids. It's weird. You're weird. Oh my God.
Yeah. So, anyways, if anyone wants to be angry with me, please message me. I'd love to talk about it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so
now
angry.
I'm going to have to watch it. What's it called again?
Abducted in Plain Sight.
Oh
now,
God.
I realize there's a lot of like victim blaming that could be happening too, because they are victims. This guy was charming.
Yes, they are definitely like victims, but come on.
But there's so many things they could have done. And another frustrating thing, and I don't want to dwell on it too long. This is not book related. I'm so sorry. But another frustrating thing to me was the parents focused so much on their marriage and what it was doing to their marriage rather than what was happening to their daughter.
Oh, no.
And I just wanted to shake them and be like, I don't care about your marriage. What's happening to your little girl?
Yeah. She's the most important thing.
Right?
Ugh.
So anyways.
Oh, great. Now I can't wait to be angry this weekend.
So you have to watch it because I need someone to rage with.
God, we're both going to rage about stuff this weekend.
Thankfully, that one's only a movie. It's not a series. It's just a quick little, I mean, it's not quick. It took us forever to watch it because I kept screaming. But it is like a documentary movie type thing on Netflix.
It sounds good.
So rage with me, guys.
Yeah.
And I'm done.
Elizabeth out. Drop mic. Well, now we're on to our lovely topic of Valentine's Day.
What a segue! I'm so sorry.
Okay, next time we should end with the 50 States of Hawaii. My bad.
I'm so sorry.
Well, we picked Valentine's Day, Romance Week, Single and Relationship, Galentine's Day, Palentine's Day, all of the things, because tomorrow, I guess this will be coming out the day after Valentine's Day.
Right.
Also, our Life in Books reading challenge is romance. So
read a romance book.
Yes, so we're like trying to stuff all the romance into one episode.
Yes,
basically.
We've got lots of recommendations and all kinds of things.
Yes. I don't know. What are your plans for Valentine's Day? Nothing yet?
Nothing.
Hang out with your kids? One of them sick?
Basically, that's it. Maybe we'll make heart-shaped stuff. We usually do.
You should. That's cute.
Heart-shaped. One year we made heart-shaped, what are those things called that we like to eat with the cheese and the tortilla?
Crisps.
Yeah.
I was like going to say cookie until you said cheese. I was like, nope, that's wrong.
I have giant heart-shaped cookie cutters.
So we should do that. That's cute. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
What pick are you reading for our Life in Books reading challenge? I'm going to start off with that really quick.
Earlier.
Yes. And we said we were going to talk about it later.
The Beast's Heart.
Yes, The Beast's Heart. That was a new release.
God,
yeah.
What is wrong with me? Hold on. Let me look it up real quick.
Okay.
Because you wanted me to tell you what it was about.
Yeah, because I remember you were talking about it, but I can't remember. I know it was Beauty and the Beast.
Retelling-esque. You know me. I don't read synopsises right before I read the book. So
then don't do it. I'll read it for you.
Sure. I just know it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling and it's romance, so that's my pick.
Okay. Is it the one you talked to me about with like not the Stockholm Syndrome? That's basically all I want to know. Stockholm Syndrome?
It's not, because I read a Beauty and the Beast retelling last month. And
that's
it's not
the one
that
I'm thinking of. Okay, it's a different one.
Yes. So, let's see. This one says it's set in the 17th century France and told from the point of view of the Beast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I'm really excited to read that.
That does sound really good. I can't remember what book I picked.
Oh my goodness.
I just talked about it with you. I picked... Oh, no. I didn't talk about it. I posted on Facebook. I am going to read the arc from Siobhan Davis, and it is called... I can't remember. I'll come back to it because I'm going to read Everything by Nicola Yoon.
Oh,
who I love. That's on my Beat the Back list.
Heck
so
yes.
I'm going to
2
read
in
that.
1.
Exactly. And then I'm going to read Only Ever You by Siobhan Davis. And it's I think it's a rock star romance.
One
and
of her
it's
new ones?
It hasn't come out yet.
Oh, okay.
It'll come out February 28th. I'm so sorry.
I was going to say that's so far away.
February 28th
How dare you tease everyone.
is when it's going to come out. So let me look it up. But I'm talking about too many books at the same time. My brain is going to hurt.
All the books.
Have you read Everything?
I have not. It's on my shelf. Wait, what's the cover look like on that one?
It's white with flowers, right?
It's not the one with the colors like
it's like this? White and then flowers at the bottom.
Okay, no, I have not read it, but I do have it.
It's a movie that came out. That's why I put it on Beat the Back list because I want to see the movie.
Is the movie out, or is it coming out this year?
I think it's coming out this year. I know it has Bella Thorne in it, and it's disease where she can't go.
Out in the sun.
Out in the sun, yeah. She's allergic to the world.
But a boy moves in next door.
Oh, no, that's not the one. That's not the one I'm thinking of. Sorry. That's not the one with Bella Thorne in it. But yeah, this is the one. Yeah, the boy moves back. My brain.
So many books.
There's so many books. And then Only Ever You is basically about a rock star hiding a secret. And there's only girl who's ever loved, but keeping her safe means he had to walk away. That's a little blurb I'll give you. So those are the 2 romance books I'm going to read. So many to pick from because I love all of them. So we talked about what's our favorite like tropes and what's our most disliked tropes.
Right. So a trope, I think we should probably explain that first.
You can do that.
So it's like a kind of like a cliched, I don't know, like thing that happens in a book.
Yeah.
Like
definitely.
a lot of, I don't know, what other tropes are there besides the ones we're going to talk about?
Like I
love
guess
triangle is a trope.
Would retellings be a trope?
Maybe. I don't know. Let's just get into our favorites.
Yeah, and then we can kind of
yeah.
explain it a little bit better.
We have the same favorite.
Yeah.
It's enemies to lovers. So it's when like the book starts out with the 2 characters hating each other.
Yes, not getting along.
Yeah, fighting, whatever. And then they realize that they don't hate each other. They love each other.
Exactly. I love that because I love like the angst and the drama, and I love it all.
Yeah, and like when I don't like it is when they're like actually mean to each other.
Oh, yeah.
But like when they just like they don't agree and they just like refuse to see eye to eye.
Yeah.
Like, that's
because you know that
it's the tension.
Yeah, the tension is good. I love that.
Because you know that like under the surface they know that they have an attraction to this person. But they are not accepting it.
Exactly.
And you just want to be like,
I am going to win.
Accept it. You love them.
I'm enjoying this, but accept it soon. And then the most disliked trope, romance tropes. We have 2 different ones. You can go first.
High school sweethearts.
Yes.
I can't do it. I'm so sorry. I don't care if the book is really great. Like, I just have a bad taste in my mouth at the end. I'm like, they're going to break up.
Yeah, it's like, it's not.
Like, I know
really
it happens
realistic.
for people.
Yeah,
and I realize that, and like, great on them, but
it's hard for you to even
my
like,
cup of tea.
Yeah, and it's hard for you to like, we're saying like, it's hard for you to like put yourself in that shoes because it's not your cup of tea.
Right. I have a lot of feelings about that subject.
Yeah, exactly. I know you do. And I mean, same here. I don't really, we both had interesting things happen to us in our past. And so that's why we don't really like them. I mean, I agree. That's my second disliked romance trope.
And the frustrating thing is like, it's happened in books that I really enjoy. And then I get to the end and I'm like, yeah. Should have broken up. Yeah. Whatever.
Negative Nancy over there.
I'm the worst.
So mine is reverse harem romance. Because I am in a monogamous relationship. I've always been in a monogamous relationship, so I can't really identify with characters that are in what is it called? I don't know.
Polyamory.
Yeah, polyamory. I mean, I know some people that do it, and it's great for them. It's just I can't relate to the character. I can't relate to feeling those feelings and being in that kind of relationship.
Right.
Like, I've read books that aren't bad. Like I've read books that are like, oh, I really genuinely like every character. I read it from an outside perspective. It doesn't suck me in like other books do.
I feel like it would make me a little bit like not ragey, but like if you do feel the feelings of that character, you would feel jealous, but the character's not feeling it. So it's like this disconnect.
There's a big disconnect.
Because like you've got to have your favorite of the harem or whatever.
It's human. It's kind of human nature to have a favorite person that you click with. So when you're like, no, I feel completely the same about each of them, and they all agree, and we like that's the thing. That there's no fighting. Like they all agree, and like everything's copacetic. It's like that's not realistic. First of all, have you ever met human beings? Like no, they're gonna fight, and that's fine. Like maybe I'd like them more if they like showed emotion and jealousy and you know what I mean? Yeah. But right now, all the ones I've read are just like, well, so
maybe a more realistic one. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they're out there.
Yeah. But then I still can't connect with the main character. I'd still be reading from an outsider point of view where I'm like reading it as like I'm in the window watching this happen, not I'm the character in there. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not dismissing them. I'm just like,
it's not your fave.
It's not my fave. It is not my fave.
Yeah.
So what are some of your favorite romance reads?
Okay, so a lot of these I feel like I have to qualify because they're not like just romance. They're romance and sci-fi, or romance and historical fiction. Which actually I kind of realized as I was going through my list. I really, really enjoy historical fiction romance.
You are weird. No, I'm just kidding.
Like, because romance has never been my favorite, but like if it's got another thing to keep me going, that's what I really enjoy. Okay. So let's see, which one do I want to talk about first?
Oh my gosh, so many.
Okay, so this one was going around Bookstagram a few years ago.
Okay.
I jumped on the bandwagon and bought all 3 books in the series, and I've only read the first one so far.
Okay.
But it's called The Bronze Horseman by Paulina Simmons.
Okay.
It's set in World War II in Russia, I believe. God, it's been a while since I read it. But they're in love, but also like war, and it's so heartbreaking and heart-wrenching, and you just like, it rips your heart out and stomps on it a million times. But it's so good. And it's a whole series. There's 3 books.
Okay.
Like I said, I've only read the first one, but God, it was good. It's just so good.
Oh, it sounds good.
And there's a lot of like, bookish merch for it, because like I said, it blew up on Bookstagram a year and a half or 2 years ago. Yeah. People went crazy for it.
Well, do you want to go back and forth on our favorites then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. I guess the ones I picked, I kind of based on my favorite romance trope, which is enemies to lovers.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of romance that I could talk about. And I guess the ones I picked are true that like they're not just romance, they have something else. Mm-hmm. So the first one is The Touch Saga by Elisa S. Amore. I'm going to go with that. It's basically that there's fallen angels and no one can see them except for this one girl can see them, and basically fallen angels have to like, I can't. It was a long time ago that I read it, but basically, like, they don't get along, and he has to kill her, and he doesn't want to. It's in the synopsis, so I'm not ruining anything. So like he has to kill her, and he doesn't want to, and so it's just like that angst of like he acts like he hates her because he doesn't want her near him because he has to do that, but she like is stubborn too and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a really good. I think there's 4 books in it, and I rage read them all.
That was kind of recent, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they have a 0.5.
I feel like maybe we've talked about it on the podcast before.
Probably.
It just seems familiar.
Yeah. So that's the one I picked. The first one. You go ahead.
Yay. Okay, so let's go with Amid Stars and Darkness by Cheney Lynn Feener.
Okay.
This is a YA sci-fi. There's aliens. It reminds me a little bit of The Darkest Star.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh, not interested.
It came out before The Darkest Star, but after I read, they remind me of each other. So there is a girl, let's see, I don't remember the main character's name, but so she, here, let me look. Delaney. I knew that. She is out at a nightclub, and she gets taken, and she ends up in this alien ship. They know that aliens exist on this planet, like it's a thing. But she ends up on this alien ship because she looks just like the alien princess. And they think that she is the alien princess at first. And then when they realize it's not her, she has to really convince them that she's not her. Then they keep her on their ship and in their world. I don't remember if they go to their... Anyways, they keep her because they want her to keep pretending to be the princess because they can't find her.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So it's really good. And it has the enemies to lovers trope.
Oh, yes. Okay. I'm going to have to watch that. I don't have to read that. Watch that.
And I think the second book is out. Here, let me look real quick. Pretty sure the second book is out. And then I think there's going to be a third one. It might be out this year.
I was going to say, I thought that there was one coming out recently.
Yeah, Between Frost and Fury is the second one, and then the third one does not have a release date yet, but I'm assuming it's either going to be this year or early next year.
Oh, but I really want to read that now.
Good.
Enemies to Lovers.
And it's one of the books that came, I'm pretty sure it's, let me look, I don't want to say it and then be wrong. Yes, Swoon Reads. So it's one of those that came out from the app, the author was submitting it and people upvoted it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So what's
okay? I'm gonna need to read that one now. The next one I picked is Bloodlines by Rochelle Mead. It is an off series of Vampire Academy, and it's about an alchemist who has to take care of, like, not take care of, but like work with a vampire, and like they don't get along. Like, alchemists and vampires aren't supposed to get along. Like, they're the ones who like help the human, like keep the human world from knowing about vampires and vice versa. And so yeah, it's enemies to lovers, like romance, and it's really good. There's a bunch of books in the series, and I really like it because alchemists have like gold tattoos on their faces. Yeah, it's really interesting. There's 6 books.
It's a offshoot of the Vampire Academy, so you don't have to read the other one.
No, you don't have. They're like not the main characters of the first. So like you still see the characters from the other book, but now they're the sub characters to this series.
Cool.
And it's really interesting, and I like this one better because the main character isn't a super, like, she's just an alchemist and she's normal, and she's just the normal girl who's just trying to figure things out, and I really liked it. So you guys should read that. You need to read it. Okay, what's your next one?
So my next one I talked about a few episodes ago, maybe it was last episode, I can't remember. But it's called Unmarriageable by Sonia Kamal. It's the Pride and Prejudice retelling. It's got the enemies to lovers trope.
Yes.
It's just so good. It's just, I love those, because I think that's what turns me off about romance, because in my head, romance is all like lovey-dovey, kissing, bleh, all the time. And I can't do that. But so this one, like, the romance is such a slow burn that when it finally happens, it's just like, finally.
Yeah.
And then the book is over. And so you don't have to live through all of like the mushy stuff. But yeah, so like I said, I know I talked about it before, so I'm not going to dwell too much on it.
Well, shoot, I've probably talked about these before, so stop me if I have.
Unmarriageable. It's awesome.
Yes, I planned to read that. I was supposed to read it, and I'm so sorry. I'm going to.
It's adorable.
Oh, that's so cute. My next series is Fallen by Lauren Kate. Again, I must have like a theme. This is about fallen angels. Basically, this girl, a fire starts at her old school, and a boy dies, and they blame her for it, but she said she didn't do it. But she survived somehow, and she doesn't know how. And so she goes to this school for like troubled kids, and there, like, people are mean to her. There's this guy that like she's like likes and keeps like catching his eye, but like he like no one wants anything to do with her, and so it's just like her like things keep happening to her, and she keeps seeing things, and they keep telling her to take her medicine, but she doesn't want to because it makes her feel weird. And it's just like all about that kind of thing of like what was in her head and what's not, and who is she really. And it's it's really good. I read those really fast.
Dang.
Yeah. So check those out. What's your next one?
So I think this is my last one, actually. Yeah. It's The Summer of Us by Cecilia Venice. Yeah. So I don't know. Okay. Again, I feel like I'm saying this a lot. I don't remember all the details because I read this last year. Yeah. But it's about 5 best friends that go on a trip through Europe, like right before, like the summer before college. Oh, okay. So they go into it, you know, with all these plans, what they're going to do, and 2 of them are dating, and then by the end of it, you know, things have mixed up a bit. Ooh. But it's really good, and I'm pretty sure there's finally a non-straight couple, which is great. Yeah. But it's really good. It's YA, but it's adorable. Oh. Yeah. And it's all set throughout Europe, because they're on this. That's cool. Yeah, they're on this trip. It's adorable. That sounds good. Well, my last one, I had to do it. It's the Luck series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I loved this series. It was about aliens. They don't know, like, this planet doesn't know that they're there, and this girl has to move because her dad passes away, I'm pretty sure. And she sees this really attractive neighbor, and she goes to talk to him, and he's not nice. And so she stubbornly is not nice back. And so they are like, this is definitely like extreme enemies to lovers, because he knows he shouldn't like her because he's an alien, and she doesn't understand why he's a jerk. So he just keeps like picking at him. She's also a book blogger, which is kind of neat. So yeah, it's really interesting, and I really liked like that. I love her writing. She just pulls you in. She does, and the world that she creates, and like the things that
happen, it's just so good. And like the way that they are like you get angry too. You're like, no, screw him. Why is he being like this? So yeah, she pulls you in. So you are definitely the driver's seat in her books.
That's one of the series that's on my list that I just need to like.
Yes, you do.
Get them all on Kindle and then binge read them.
I that's what I did. I actually checked them out through the library on the Kindle app.
That's a good idea. I have a library card now.
You have a Cedar Falls library card, and they are on there because that's how I read them.
Oh my goodness.
So, you should read them. They're really fast. And then you could read the newest, The Darkest Star, because that's just like a subplot of that. But it's really good.
Because I've read The Darkest Star. And I think, so a lot of people have read the Lux series. And if you have that, the one I talked about, Amid Stars and Darkness, I think is a good, like, read-alike if you like the aliens.
That's what I'm thinking. Because when you said that, I was like, yes, I'm in. What is this? How have I not read this? I think I've seen the cover, and I remember you getting it.
The end of the first book, though, because I haven't read the second one yet.
Okay.
The end of the first book leaves you on a cliffhanger, and you're like, what? How is it over?
That's how you'll feel in the Lux series, so just be warned. And
oh no.
Yeah, it's really good though. Oh, I love romance. Now I'm like, I want to go and read a romance right now. I want to go read Amid Stars and Darkness, actually. I just started that. I'm like, I need this. I need to borrow this or find it on somewhere.
I have it. I don't know where it's at, but it's in my house somewhere.
In your piles of books.
Mind your business.
Well, the reason that we kind of like went with this, obviously we have our Life in Books reading challenge, is romance, but also it's Romance Week on Goodreads. Didn't you say that?
It is, yes. So they have all kinds of like blog posts and stuff about it.
Oh crap, we skipped. I skipped something.
That's fine. We'll go back. Yeah.
Okay.
So let me look real quick. Yeah. So it's got all kinds of blog posts about romance books. Beginner's Guide to Reading Romance. If you haven't read romance before, here's some good places to start. It's got, I really like this one, The Secret Lives of Romance Authors.
Oh my gosh.
So
that's awesome.
You get to find out, what they do in real life. And a lot of authors, especially romance authors, use pen names.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be interesting to find out what some of them do.
That is interesting.
When they're not writing.
Oh, I like that you can see most anticipated romance books or top 100 romance books on Goodreads.
So it's a good place to start. I think for our listeners, if you're doing a reading challenge with us and you don't know what to read for romance, because it is kind of one of those that's like me. Anytime I hear it's about romance, I'm like, not for me. Yeah, but that's usually not the case. I usually end up loving the books.
Exactly. And I'm opposite where I'm like, I love them all. So I'm just going to add all of them on my to read, and then I'm going to read them all.
Right? So this is a good place to start if you don't know what to read for Romance Week or Romance Month.
If you're wanting to read romance. Another thing we talked about was Valentines from Parks and Rec. So Elizabeth and I, well, mostly Elizabeth, because I apparently have not read that many friendship books. Kind of picked out some books about friendship if you want to read that instead for Valentine's Day.
The first one I want to talk about, and I just kind of want to give it a little shout out because it just came out February 5th, the paperback version. It's called Text Me When You Get Home, The Evolution and Triumph of Modern Female Friendship.
Oh, I love that.
So this is a nonfiction book, talks about women friendships. And I just really, every time I see this book, I'm like, I need to buy it and give it to my friends. Yeah. Because I always say that. Nicole lives just across town, but if she's leaving my house, I'm always like, text me when you get home. Yeah. Even though you're 4 blocks away, I need to know that you made it okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is, that's what the friendships are about now, Exactly. It's making sure we're all safe and watching out for each other.
Well, why do people are always why do girls go to the bathroom together? Mm-hmm. To watch out for each other, to have each other's backs. I've always never wanted anyone to go anywhere alone without me.
Right. So that's what I always say to you too when you leave. I'm like, text me when you get home. And also in the meantime, I'm going to be watching you on Find Friends.
I do that too. I'm like, where's Elizabeth? Find Friends. So if you should really, if you haven't yet, add your friends on Find Friends. I love it.
Yeah. So
just make sure you're okay.
So if you're doing Valentine's Day with your besties, I think this would be a good book.
Oh yeah,
for you all to read together. Good. Yeah,
I like that. Well, I only had one. I have a bunch of friendship books I'm going to read, but this is the only one I've read. Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. It is about these 2 best friends, and one of them moves away, and she leaves a to-do list. Is it a bucket list? I can't remember. We read it together.
Kind of like a bucket list. So,
of things for her to get out of her comfort zone because she's the introvert, and the girl who leaves is the extrovert, and she doesn't want her to sit at home all summer by herself. She wants her to
right, because it's like, isn't it the summer before her senior year?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah, she wants her to get out and enjoy herself
and meet new people and like live, because she thinks that like she hasn't been living. And it's so good. I just remember just loving it. And there's a little bit of romance, but like mostly just about her just like living, finally like getting out of her shell for senior year.
Yeah,
because her best friend's gone. But like she's not
but
really
it's still
gone.
about the friendship, because
it is.
I think it doesn't have a lot of like flashback stuff.
It does has a lot of flashbacks, and like I also kind of liked it because it's not just because your friend moves away doesn't mean that they're not your friend anymore.
Yeah.
And I think people, kind of forget that distance is hard, but when the friendship is worth it, you make it work. So yeah, I really like this book, and Morgan Matson is amazing. So
yeah, I think that was my first Morgan Matson book.
I think it was my second, but I can't remember my first one. It's all a blur.
Okay, so my first pick, next pick, whatever, is Undead Girl Gang by Lily Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
I know by the title you're probably like, Undead Girl, like, what a weird book to pick for friendship, but it is. It's, and I know I've talked about it before, so just fast forward if you don't want to. But, so it's about a girl who lives in a town where people are dying, and they think that these girls are committing suicide. And then her best friend ends up dying too. And she knows her friend would never kill herself. She knows that there's no way that this happened. So she tries to get to the bottom of what happened. Her and her friend like to practice witch stuff. What am I trying to say? Oh,
witchcraft?
My God. Yes. And
I was like, is it harder than that?
So she's, oh my God. Witch stuff.
Witch stuff. Witchy stuff.
So she resurrects her friend, and then also on accident resurrects the other two girls that died.
Oh my God.
And so now she's got these girls, and she kind of learns to love these two girls that she wasn't friends with before.
Yeah.
And they have this cute little girl gang, and it's her like coming to terms with her friendship, and the friendship that's ultimately ending because her friend did die, but here she is, and so she's doing all the things she wished she would have said to her.
Yeah, that's cute.
So it's it's good, and it is sad, but it's just, I love it.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Really good.
It was adorable. So
the next one,
me again.
Yeah, it's gonna be you.
Unclaimed Baggage by Jen Dahl.
Yes, Jen Dahl.
This is adorable. I really love it because it's got friendships in it that's not just girl, guy.
Yes, that's why we say Palentines.
Right.
Pals for Valentine's Day.
So it's about these kids in this tiny little town that work in a shop where they buy luggage from airports that have been sitting around for months that no one's claimed. And they resell it. And so they spend the summer going through all this baggage together and becoming friends. And the cover is very deceiving.
It is so deceiving.
Makes you think that it's going to be like this lighthearted, and it's not at all.
Yeah.
It goes into some very deep subjects.
Oh, I love it.
It's so good.
I love it.
And Jen Dahl is amazing.
She is amazing. She is so great. She's one of the nicest people I've ever met.
She is.
Nothing bad to say about her.
Okay, and my final pick is called Check Please, and it's a comic book. Graphic novel. It's also a web comic, so if you can't get the book or whatever, you can go on her website and read it. And
we can link it.
The author is
Ngozi
Ukazu.
Yep. That's
good. God, I'm so sorry.
They're gonna rename us to people who can't pronounce last names.
So it's about this guy, and he's a vlogger. And he's going to college, and he's on this hockey team. And the hockey team is like the found family that you never knew you needed.
Oh, okay.
They're so sweet. They're all so close. And it's just a great little group of friends. It's adorable. And it's not like you don't have to be into sports or hockey to like this.
To like it? Okay.
Yeah. I think what drew me in was that he's a vlogger. So it shows him like recording his videos.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's so adorable. And he loves to bake too. So he bakes for the team all the time.
That's adorable.
Oh, it's so good.
I did think of one other one that I read that was about friendship, and it just came to my mind. It's Between the Lines by Nicki Grimes.
Ooh.
And it is about Darian. He wants to be a writer, and it's kind of, I think it's set in like the lower middle class. And everyone has to go to this poetry class, whether they are like forced or like need it for a credit, and they do slam poetry, boys versus girls, and it's like people from like out of all different cliques. They have all, like, one of the things is they all have facing problems and stories to tell, health problems, aging out of foster care, being bullied, religious beliefs, or having too much responsibilities because of an addictive parent. And so they all come out. You hear these stories because of their poetry, and they all get linked together because they all are experiencing this class. And, like, that's how they bond, and they help each other in different ways. It's so good. Oh, it was one of those books that, like, I never would have picked up, but Penguin sent it to me, and I immediately, like, could not put it down. It was so good.
Oh, it sounds really good.
It was really good. So that is another one that has, like, just a mix of boys and girls and different backgrounds and different personalities and different race, and it's just like all of these people are in this class and sharing their most intimate feelings with each other through poetry, and that's how they, like, get bonded together. Oh, it's so good.
Sounds really good.
Check it out.
Heck yes. So hopefully you guys found some books to read for Romance Month. In our group, we've got a post up where everyone can talk about the book that they're going to read this month. So definitely check that out and add yours in there.
Yes, and add any more books that, like, if you think, oh, this should be, like, if you have any more, like, books
suggestions.
Yes, and I would like to actually let us know what your tropes are, because we can't. What are some other tropes in general that people don't like or do like? I know we talked to Tony. Say her last name.
Tomi.
Oh my God, I say Tony.
Yeah, Tomi Adeyemi.
Yes. Sure, her favorite trope is love triangles. Yeah. So we all got into this big discussion about that.
I guess another one that's, like, big with, like, YA and fantasy is, like, the hero, like, the one. Like, the main character is the one and only person that can save the world. Oh. And I can't think of the trope, but there's a name for it.
I think I would like that trope only if it's a woman. Because I want to be...
Harry Potter is that trope. He's the only one that can save the world.
Or, like, Hunger Games or Divergent.
But it just happens so often. And it's like, okay, you can't be the only one.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I like it if it's a female lead, because I'm like, yes, I am the only one.
Well, and I've read so many of them. I do love it. But it's one of those that you notice over and over again, and then you're like,
there has to be a group. I mean, Harry Potter technically was the only one. You've been in trouble without Hermione. Hermione is the true trope.
The chosen one. That's what it's called. The chosen one trope. That's what it's called. I remembered.
I getcha.
So yeah, jump in the Facebook group. Yes. Let us know your favorite tropes, your most disliked tropes.
All of the romance books.
Romance picks, suggestions. If you have any questions or you need help finding a romance book to read,
come to me. I'm just kidding.
Yes, she's got all of the answers.
No, you've got good ones too. I can't wait to read them. Yay. So I have a quiz that I found that I thought would be cute to end this episode with.
Yay.
It is on bookish.com, and it's get matched up with your romance novel OTP. And OTP stands for, Elizabeth, tell me?
One true pairing.
One true pairing, because I apparently am ancient and did not know what that meant. Dang it. I thought I was cool. Thought I was hip. Not.
A little bit hip.
Are you there yet?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll read the first one.
Okay.
What kind of flowers does your date buy you? So the options are roses, pink,
petunias,
daisies, wildflowers, no flowers, I hate floral scents, or orchids.
I'm gonna go with wildflowers.
And the pictures don't really matter, but it's a picture of a woman holding flowers. Yeah, I don't know what wildflowers are. Like, I can't picture it. Like lilacs? Is that like a wildflower?
Like all different kinds of flowers.
Okay.
Wildflowers.
Yeah. I don't want to copy you, but I'm going with wildflowers. Okay.
Like, I don't care what it is, just give me some flowers.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice gesture.
Yeah.
Okay, you read this one.
So question 2, what is your go-to dessert?
Play along with us, by the way.
Yes.
I want to hear, and like let us know the answers.
Yes,
I'm
please.
really excited. Okay.
The answers are mint chocolate chip ice cream. What is that?
Tres
leche. I know I've heard of that before. Tres leche.
Just gives it. Oh, it's it's a Spanish cake.
Okay.
So can we just say Spanish cake? I'm so sorry, guys. We can't.
We are not cultured enough for this quiz.
Nope.
Okay. Also has salted caramel chocolate. Do smoothies count? The blood of my enemies and cowboy cookies.
What? The blood of my enemies.
Salted caramel chocolate. Caramel and chocolate together is like a weakness.
But I don't like cake.
It's not cake. Salted caramel.
What's
chocolate?
Just
chocolate.
Oh, just chocolate.
Yeah.
I kind of want to pick the blood of my enemies.
Do it.
Funny. Okay, I'm gonna go blood of my enemies. We have to have different ones. Okay.
All right. Question 3.
Yeah. Okay, I'll read it. It has short answers.
How dare you?
Where are you going on your date? Dancing, a quiet restaurant, camping, saloon, or Scottish castle? Saloon.
Goodness.
I guess
in the Old West.
In the Old West. Perfect date. Or out of these dates. Which one would you choose? I think you choose camping.
No, that is not. Sounds like a nightmare.
The last time your kids and your husband are camping, you're like, we're going back to the house. I don't know.
We stayed home and stayed up till 3 a.m.
Drinking tea and talking about nothing.
Yep.
I don't know. Scottish castle.
I really want to say Scottish castle.
You can say Scottish castle. I will do. I mean, David is a very good dancer.
Like if we were talking Valentines, I'd say dancing for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely Valentines.
But no, if we're talking date, like I don't know, Scottish castle or stay home. Right. That's not one of the options.
Why is there not a stay home option? What and where's the option where David plays video games and I read a book? There's that option. I would like that option. I'll pick dancing because I don't know. It sounds good. If it was Valentine's, then that's what I'd pick
for sure. All right. Question 4. What movie are you and your date cuddled up watching?
Ooh.
Magic Mike, a K-drama, an action flick, Underworld, a British period drama, or a Western. None of these sound like date movies.
What is a K-drama?
Isn't that like oh my god. Just look it up. I know you're looking it up. I don't want to embarrass myself.
Drama.
Yeah. Okay.
Magic Mike, really? I like Underworld, so I'm gonna pick that.
I've never seen it.
It's so good. Are you kidding me?
I want to. Okay, like action is not necessarily my thing, but if like when Alex and I like have it like a movie night or whatever, we usually pick some like sci-fi type thriller thing. So I guess that's the closest.
No, when I'm hungover, I really enjoy action flicks. I don't know why.
That's weird.
I know. I'm gonna pick Underworld. All right, question 5. What is your favorite romance trope? Oh, hey! Forbidden love, fake dating, royal romance, alpha male, awkward meet cute.
Okay, none of these are technically my favorite.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to like our second favorite.
Awkward meet cute's kind of cute.
Yeah,
I like that. Fake dating though. That's
fake dating's good. To all the boys.
Yes. To all the boys. Are you a robot?
All the romances get to my brain.
I'm gonna go with awkward meet cute.
Oh yeah, I'm going forbidden love.
Ooh, forbidden.
Well, half the ones were angels who were fallen angels and stuff. Weren't supposed to be together.
All right, question 6. What was the last book you read and loved? Oh boy.
Glad you get to read these.
The Duchess Deal by Tessa Dare. An Extraordinary Union by Alyssa Cole. The Wedding Date by Jessamine Guillory, which at least I know that one.
Yeah.
Shades of Wicked by Janine Frost. Just him, sorry, by Serena Bowen and Elle Kennedy. Quit laughing at me. Fight or Flight by Samantha Young.
Oh, I haven't read any of these.
Same, but I have The Wedding Date on my shelf, so that's what I'm picking.
Okay, I'm just going to go with title.
Oh, Malanta.
Oh, you got your answer. Okay, hold on. This is a tough decision. I just screenshotted this page, though, so I could go back and read these books.
How do you screenshot? I forget.
Command Shift 3.
Command Shift
for Mac
3.
users.
Does it do anything?
Yeah. You would hear the noise, but you muted your computer. If you want to do Command Shift 4, you can like highlight a section.
Thanks.
Maybe we should have a spot in the podcast where I just, teach a little IT.
Listen.
I'll go Shades of Wicked by Janine Frost. Since I went with Drink the Blood of My Enemies. Oh my goodness. What did you get?
So my OTP is Renzo Bianchi and Cannon Finley from Rough Terrain by Annabeth Albert.
Oh, okay. Mine is, oh man, why'd I have to pick these? These are hard names. Lachlain. Right? Lachlain McReeve and Emmeline Troy. They're from A Hunger Like No Other by Cressley Cole. But
so this one says,
what's your cover look like? Because mine's a guy attacking a girl's neck.
Mine is two half-naked men.
Oh, I like yours a lot better. Look at mine.
Oh, boy.
That's why I said, oh, boy.
So this one says, if fake dating, Navy SEALs, and wildflowers make you swoon, then we recommend picking up Rough Terrain by Annabeth Albert. Cannon Finley thinks making up a hot Navy SEAL boyfriend to tell his friends about sounds like a great idea until they call his bluff and invite him on a camping trip. Oh. It's been a while since any guy has sparked Navy SEAL Renzo Bianchi's interest, but he can't seem to resist Cannon. Smoothie barista. When Cannon asks Renzo to be his fake boyfriend for the camping trip, he thinks it'll be a fun fling. Renzo and Cannon get more than they bargained for when a flash flood separates them from the group.
Ooh, it sounds so good. It
does sound really good.
Okay, I must have clicked on something wrong because you're obsessed with vampires and alpha males, which I did not pick, which is why we recommend A Hunger Like No Other by Cressley Cole. When you've been tortured for thousands of years by vampires, it really sucks to find out that your soulmate is a vampire.
Ooh.
I'm going to butcher that. I'm going to call him LM. The leader of werewolves finds his mate in Emmeline Troy, a half Valkyrie, half vampire, whose birth has been shrouded in secrecy, and takes to her Scottish castle.
Sorry. I tried to keep it quiet. I'm so sorry.
It's so romantic.
Queen of romance right here.
I don't even know where I was at. I'm crying.
I'm sorry. I feel another one coming, so don't get too excited.
Yeah, I was reading this really And that's it for today.
Oh my god. I finally made you cry.
Oh my god. It just took me by surprise. I was concentrating on reading.
Trying to get those names right.
Yeah. Or just, oh my gosh, it's so
sorry.
great.
You can finish if you'd like.
I don't even know where I was at. When an ancient evil arises, will their love be strong enough to defeat it, or they succumb to its true natures?
Vampires and werewolves.
And I also have the link if you want more reading recommendations. Check out our must-read romances for When 2019, and then so that'll be cool to look at too.
Heck yes. All the romance.
Oh, it says 10 naughty and nice reads for romance. Oh, goodness. But I like yours. Yours sounds really good.
Right?
I like that one, too. It's just the cover is a little shocking.
I mean, he's a vampire.
Good call. Good call. There's a lot of biting.
Very bitey.
Bitey McBite.
Oh, my God. How late is it? What time is it? Oh, my God.
Tea Cellar, what did you put in this tea? And how late is it really? Oh my gosh. Oh, well, we better get going. We've got more tea to drink and books to read. You can find us on all of the social medias. Our Twitter is ourlifeandbooks_, and our Instagram is ourlifeandbooks_. Our Gmail is ourlifeandbooks@gmail.com. And our podcast is on Podbean.
Everywhere you can find podcasts.
Everywhere. If you want to, please go to Apple Podcasts and leave a review and a
rating and review.
Rating, yeah, because it really helps people find our podcast. Since we're so new, it doesn't pop up when you search it. So
right. We need other bookish people to be able to find us.
Yes, please. My social media is Samantha McCombs on Twitter, Bookish State of Mind on Instagram, and SamanthaMcCombs.com is my blog. And I also have a Bookish State of Mind Facebook.
Woohoo!
Oh, and we have Our Life in Books Facebook group, which we talk about all the time.
Please join.
Yes, join us.
You can find me on Instagram, Bookish Connoisseur. BookishConnoisseur.com is my blog, and then Bookish Buff on Twitter because Bookish Connoisseur is too long.
Yep, and Bookish Connoisseur has a Facebook group as well.
Facebook page. But yes, you are correct.
Same thing.
Oh my God.
I've lost my mind.
Fair.
All right, links will all be in the description. Make sure to come and chat with us in our Facebook group.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.